Happy Friday, everybody. Casey's in the house, rocking my Halloween stuff. I know you guys can't see. It's cooled down, so I've got my scarf, got my sweater. Hold on, pharmacy's calling me, letting me know my daughter's prescription is ready. Can't get rid of this foot fungus on her feet, man. Can't get rid of this foot fungus. So welcome, guys. We're talking about momentum this week. How many of you, type it in the chat, have started and are on the rice challenge journey with me? How many of you did your homework? Well, first of all, how many of you are with me week 3 and we're here week 1, from week 1? How many of you have been with me from the get? Yes, Regina. Nice. I know she's got her rice challenge. Regina, what's your rice look like?
It looks horrible.
It does, doesn't it? Show us what your rice looks like, girlfriend.
All right, hang on.
For any of you who were not here last week, Regina's negative rice was decaying. There's, mold. It's decaying. Her positive one was not as decayed, and the neutral had no changes. No changes. So this week,
my negative has
whoa! You're really treating that naughty, aren't you?
But this positive one doesn't look very good either.
I wonder if maybe it's what you're keeping them in.
It could be because it's kind of moist. It's kind of moist.
I'm wondering if air's getting in that, because that's not what it's supposed to look like.
I know, I'm wondering that too, because it's kind of moist.
Yeah.
Because the neutral is starting to get dark.
Yeah, there's air getting in that.
Yeah.
It's okay, but you guys get the gist, right? Get the gist. So it's looking nasty though, right?
Yes.
And I have photos too, guys, that I can. Do not give him any of your donuts. This kid's going to turn into a donut. Oh, yeah, guys. So when I was at convention, the negative was super decayed. Okay. And the positive, there was no black spots in the positive at all. It actually turned yellow. It turned yellow. And then the neutral turned a little bit yellow in spots, but was still white. And I think Amy did hers for like a month or 2-month challenge. Regina, I have the same problem with my, I have stuff like that in my pantry that I keep like my flour and stuff in. Like my pantry looks like the home edit ladies came in, kind of like a messy home edit. But that's what like I want my pantry to look like.
Right.
So that's why the mason jars
are better. Yeah.
That's okay though. It's all right. 1, you're getting the gist. And 2, you did the challenge. I'm pretty sure out of everybody, you were the only one that did it.
Well, that's cool.
Only one. And that's okay, guys. Like, it's all right. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. It was an exercise, and you guys can absolutely do this rice challenge anytime if you start building and you want to, kind of show your agents or whatever, family, the power of positive thinking and affirmations and changing your mindset. You can do that challenge anytime. I bet you, Regina, dollars to donuts, Regina at some point is going to buy mason jars and do this all over again. I know. I could tell. All right, guys, let's dive into it for our Friday, getting our mind right for the weekend, right? All right. Okay, guys, let me get out of this for a second. Oh, push the wrong button. Oh, and that's not even where I want to be either. All right, let's get into it. All right. I'm getting my stuff up. Manifesting momentum. This is probably going to be my favorite week other than the first week. I feel like the first week was really important. And now I need to share my screen, y'all. Wow. Max. Okay. Before we start, let me get her something. I'm just making you eat all these donuts with no sippy. What kind of mommy is that? Here you go, baby. Okay, guys, definitely gonna have to edit this video. So let's get started, shall we? All right. I need to move this. Get this out of the way. All right, guys. Full screen, please. All right. Manifesting momentum. Very important. Oh my God. Every freaking time, Casey. At least you know we're closing out with an affirmation, right? Manifesting momentum. Guys, the idea of momentum is small, consistent actions. Okay. Start small. What did we talk about in the beginning, right? Week 1, we talked about a positive foundation, correct? And in week 1, we talked about how important small, consistent actions were to start building a habit, right? Talked about the small overhaul instead of a big overhaul. Start small. If you try to start big by overhauling everything, you're going to get overwhelmed because it's a feat, right? It's an undertaking. So small, consistent actions are going to lead to big outcomes. Building your positive foundation and the energy of affirmations to create unstoppable forward motion, right? Kind of like the snowball effect. Building your positive foundation in using the energy from affirmations to create unstoppable forward motion, okay? Why is manifesting momentum key? What did I say happens when we manifest? What is manifesting? Saying it out loud, right? Creating those neural pathways. When we say something out loud, what happens? We create a neural pathway for it. So we're speaking it into existence. Momentum helps overcome procrastination. How many of you struggle with procrastination? My husband is the worst procrastinator and it drives me banana sandwich. How many of you struggle with procrastination? Yeah, look. Christy, I know you struggle with procrastination, bro. Yes, Nikki, right? Some of us struggle with procrastination. When you build that momentum, though, you're like hyped, right? Nikki, what happens when you're super pumped and you're super motivated? What happens when you wake up and you're like, or let's say that we see our fellow agents and our peers, like, I'll tell you right now, the biggest motivator for me is Lonnie is making a gold run, guys. That is motivation. I've been in this business for 2.5 years, working on gold. It's not about the time, right? It's about the journey. I know that. I had to shift that mindset. It's not about when I get there. It's about the journey. Debbie Sankey is making a gold run. You guys, those are the biggest motivators, right? When you see your team pushing, what do I want to do? I want to get momentum too. That's motivation. Nikki's going to tell me right now. Watch. Yes, right? Yes. When you're motivated, you get so much done. You're not like, oh, I'm going to put that off. You're like, no, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Just get it done. I'm going to tell you, full transparency, anybody who knows me Any of my agents, y'all know that I am like transparent to a fault. My biggest momentum where I have to say, Casey, just get it done, is on my Facebook posting. It is. And it's not because it's time consuming. It's not. It's because I have other avenues that I'm going to do first, right? Maybe. And you know what I have to tell myself? Casey, just get it done. And then Amy posts like, Lonnie's making a gold run. You know what I'm doing? Definitely get that posting done. Lonnie's making a gold run. Debbie's going to be gold. Any day now, 2 of our agents are going to be gold. That is the biggest motivator for me to get my in gear and post, right? It's easier to keep going once you've already started, like pushing a snowball down a hill, right? How many of you have started doing, how many of you were like, man, I think I'm doing this wrong, but I'm committed, right? We're already halfway in. We're committed, right? We're just going to keep on going. Yes, Nikki, I get it. Mine too, man. Like mine looks at me and is like, are you done working yet? You've been on the computer at the bar like all the time. You know, it's easier to keep going once you've started. Why? Because of that momentum, right? Think about when you're riding your bike downhill and you're doing this, right? Well, at some point, you just lift your legs up and just keep going instead of trying to stop in the middle of the hill, right? Because you're going so fast. Because we're like, well, if I fall now, we're going to break something. It's not like a skinned knee. Might as well just hold on for dear life and keep going, right? The power of compounding efforts over time. The power of compounding efforts over time. What happens? Hey, leave the dog alone. What happens when you're going, you have all of this momentum and you do it every day and you don't procrastinate? What happens? What does that turn into? A habit. It turns into a habit, you guys. That is why momentum helps overcome procrastination. When you have all of this momentum, why do I want to stop? Why stop? If every morning you wake up and you're like, dang, get it today, right? But what happens if you wake up every morning and you're like, I'm going to get to it sometime this morning. Oh, look, Lonnie's about to be gold. So cool, bro. Debbie, yes, so awesome. Cool. There's no momentum. There's no excitement. But when I wake up and my phone is blowing up from info, please, right? When I am waking up and I've got text message after text message after text message or Facebook message on Messenger looking for the opportunity, I wake up jacked and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Look, I got this guy wants the opportunity. This person wants the opportunity. This person wants the opportunity. Right out of bed. And if anybody knows me, see me 6 o'clock in the morning, Casey. 6 o'clock in the morning, Casey is, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, Casey. You know, so I wake up jacked, ready to go. That momentum helps keep me going, guys. I cannot tell you how powerful that is, right? And then it keeps me from procrastinating. So what's the connection between our affirmations and momentum? Affirmations fuel confidence, which fuels action, right? Affirmations fuel confidence. How many of you, type it in the chat, how many of you have been telling yourself daily affirmations every day? You guys have had homework for the past 2 weeks to write daily affirmations in a journal and tell yourself these daily affirmations every day in the mirror. I know you have, girlfriend. How many of you other than Regina are following your affirmations? That's okay, Nikki, because I know that your head, you don't need as much work, right? I'm either kill a dog or I'm going to kill the kid. One of them has got to go. Great, guys. So, Nikki, that's okay. Let me ask you, on the days you don't, is your momentum the same? Is it now? See case right there. Sorry to call you out, girlfriend, but I know you're good for it. I know you're good for it. You've got tough skin. Nikki is gold qualified, right? And she is making a run. I'm sure seeing Lonnie and Debbie are, putting a little fire under that butt, like it is me, if I know Nikki. And she sees the effects on what happens when she doesn't tell herself those daily affirmations every day. She's not as productive. Why? Because she doesn't have the confidence to keep going. She doesn't have affirmations fueling her confidence. So she might doubt herself, might be slower to act, might be slower to put in action, might not put in any action, right? Affirmations help us maintain focus on our goals. Key point. Make an example out of Nikki because she was so generous to offer up herself as I volunteered her as tribute. And Nikki already said she's not as focused and as consistent on the day she doesn't give herself those affirmations. Why? Because they maintain focus, right? They maintain focus. Sorry, guys. They help her maintain focus on her goals, right? Leading to a more consistent effort. How many of you struggle with consistency on a daily basis? How many of you struggle with consistency? I love you, girlfriend. I'm so honest. Nikki struggles with consistency. She's not getting in her daily affirmations. I bet you after today, Nikki will make a better effort on doing her daily affirmations every day. Why? Because Nikki has goals. And by calling her out, it's not to be mean, but it's to put a mirror in front of her face, right? How many times, guys, do our biggest leaders, Sarah, Founder, Charles, Krista, all of Jody, all these people tell us to look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself that you are the reason you are not where you want to be. That's a hard truth, guys. It's hard. But I promise you, if you're honest with yourself, you got to take yourself down a peg or two and you're honest, it'll be so much more beneficial for you. Okay. Read this again. Affirmations fuel confidence, which fuels action. Can't have action without confidence. If you're not confident, stop telling yourself you can't and tell yourself you can and you will. If you're not confident and you're not getting where you're going, stop looking at it as a problem and start looking at it as an opportunity for change, right? How many times in this boot camp, if I told you guys, the growth mindset is going to take a challenge or a challenge that you're facing, a block, and it's going to turn it into an opportunity to learn and do better, right? Fixed mindset is, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to get there. No matter what I do, I just can't get to my goal. No matter what I do. Well, yeah, you keep telling yourself, no matter what I do, you're saying that out into the world. You're speaking that into existence. Yeah, no, you can't. You're absolutely right. You can't. You hear you can't too many times, you really start to believe it. So you have to shift that, right? Have to shift it. Let's talk about some examples of momentum focused affirmations. Hey, enough. Sorry. Hold on a second. Okay. Examples of momentum focused affirmations. I am a magnet for opportunities. That is a great affirmation. I am a magnet for opportunities. Say that every day and you will be a magnet for opportunities. Each step brings me closer to my goals. And the biggest one, I trust the process of my journey. How many of you don't trust the process? Be real. Be real with me. Be real with yourself. How many of you don't trust the process? I do at times. Ooh, Regina. It's a struggle, right? We all struggle with the process. Why? Because most of us are building, right? And when we're building, we know that it's all a numbers game, isn't it? It is only humanly natural that when you're up, and you fall on your face, for you to have a little twinge of a, oh, damn, right? It's only natural. We're human. Or if you've been on the bottom and you're staying on the bottom, right? For us builders, numbers game, we're all like this, up and down, up and down. That is emotionally, mentally draining, isn't it? What am I doing wrong? Yesterday it was working. I had 5 people reach out yesterday. I have no people today. I haven't had anybody reach out in a week. Last week I had 80 people in meetings, in prospect meetings. What am I doing wrong? It's only natural, right? But for those who said no, I challenge you for the next week to say in the mirror, I trust the process of my journey. I am a magnet for opportunities and I trust the process of my journey. Each step brings me closer to my goals, right? These should actually be, I want to move those, but these are affirmations I want you guys to say this week, okay? On top of the ones you're already saying. I am a magnet for opportunities. I trust the process of my, and I want you to say them in this order. I am a magnet for opportunities. Yes. And I want you to do this. I know it sounds weird, guys, but I'm a very firm believer in the transfer of energy. And if you're like this at the mirror, when you're talking to people, you're blocking all of my energy. I got good energy. You guys want some of this. You guys want some of this, right? So don't be like, express myself. I am a magnet for opportunities. Come in, come in, come in. I trust the process of my journey. And each step brings me closer to my goals. Okay? Be open for the opportunities, open for energy, open for whatever the universe is going to give you. Good or bad, because what are challenges? What if the universe gives me a challenge? What are we going to say? Yeah? Tina, thanks. Hey, thanks for the travel ad, man.
Yeah, actually, I was on the
That's awesome.
accountability. I was on the accountability, and I was the only one there. So I was like, I have it. So I took it and Hannah made it.
Nice. Yeah,
So
guys.
that's hers.
That's
But she
yes,
was
you do, girl.
she was willing to share it.
Awesome. Awesome. Go post that in TK too.
Yeah, it's a good
So
one.
even if the universe brings me a challenge, I'm like, man, I didn't ask for this. I asked for opportunities, not challenges. What is that challenge? What is that obstacle? Is it still an opportunity? Tina, is it still an opportunity?
I'm trying. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What kind of opportunity is it?
What kind of opportunities? What
What kind of opportunity is that challenge?
I challenge it every day, honestly.
So
So it's
if the universe, if you say, I'm a magnet for opportunities, and you become a magnet of challenges, what kind of opportunities are those?
those are successful opportunities.
Yes! Yes! Oh, I love it when you guys get it. Yes. That is a learning opportunity for success. Yes, it is. It is a learning opportunity. You're going to learn what went wrong and how to do it better, right? You're going to be better for it. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be more confident. A challenge is just a learning opportunity, guys. You know what her answer just told me? What kind of mindset is Tina in? What kind of mindset is Tina in? Yes, Nikki. Positive mindset is called a growth mindset, right? Tina's in a growth mindset. Yes, love it. Oh, guys, really get fired up because she gets it. She gets it. It's like a baby. It's like my baby birds leaving the nest for the first time. This boot camp was so important to me, you guys. She gets it. She's in a growth mindset. I get so emotional. She's in a growth mindset, right? She sees challenges as opportunities. Now, how many of you, please be honest, how many of you, when I said, I got nothing but challenges, how many of you were like, how many of you were not excited? I'm excited because I'm in a growth mindset. So I see positive outcomes. How many of you saw negative? Be honest, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not gonna be mad. That lets me know where you guys are. Ah, Christy, I love you. And I love you for saying that because I know the challenges, girl, that you have had to face. A lot of you don't know my agent, Christy, but she has had to face some serious challenges in this business, you guys. And like she almost quit on herself within a week of being in this business. And I convinced her to take a chance on herself and to stay. And I promoted her twice in a week. Now Christy has a team of her own. She's one of my best bookers. And her second account, I'm pretty sure, is already at silver. She's killing it. You know what she said? She's like, I'm excited to see what the challenge is. Because that woman has faced so many challenges and overcame them that she's like, yeah, I'm excited to see what you got for me. Because I know that I'm going to overcome you. So bring it. That's where her mindset is. That's a growth mindset. That's a growth mindset. Nikki, buddy, Nikki says that she tries to turn every challenge into a learning opportunity, but sometimes it's frustrating. It is. And I get that wholeheartedly. So here's what I want you to do. When it gets challenging like that, Nikki, I want you to take yourself out of the situation and give yourself a mental break. I want you to step away from the situation and I want you to take 20 minutes. 20 minutes, just take 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, go do something that has nothing to do with business, right? Get into a different mindset. Get yourself out of the negative frustration mindset. Walk away, take a beat, take 20 minutes, take 10 minutes, whatever you need, right? Whatever you need. And then after that, I want you to put your big girl pants back on. Say, all right, you got me a little frazzled, but I'm going to come back and we're going to do this and I'm going to end you. And then you're going to come in with a different mindset. You're going to come in with new momentum, fresh eyes, fresh brain. And sometimes, Nikki, it's not 20 minutes. Sometimes you come back to it tomorrow. There's no fault in that at all. I do it all the time. And sometimes I have to do it as a mom. You know, I need 20 minutes. There's a Bluey episode. Just need 20 minutes. 20 minutes. You got to step outside of the situation because sometimes the anger and the frustration are going to mask the conclusion, right? Or the what's the word I'm looking for? The result, right? The end. It's going to mask the end result or what it should be. Your brain's going to play tricks on you, right? So step away. Step away. You know, step away for 20 minutes. And then you say, all right, 20 minutes. Don't even think about it, Nikki, for 20 minutes or the next day. Take your kid outside for 20 minutes. Take your son outside for 20 minutes and play with him. Right? Step out of that situation. For you mentally, that is going to be so powerful. Not only it's a quid pro quo, right? Because one, you're going to give your brain a break, but two, you're going to feed your soul by going out and spending some time with your child. Right? You're going to take away some of that mom guilt that you have for grinding because you have goals to make a better life for your child. That mom brain, man, messes with you. Don't let it mess with you. Take 20 minutes. Let your brain take 20 minutes. Okay. Girl, you have no idea. I get it. I get it. I try to only work when my daughter's napping. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes my client base is too high. Sometimes I have too many clients. I don't have the luxury of only working when you nap, you know? And I find that I have to take breaks. I have to take breaks. And I'll take my daughter somewhere. I'll take her outside to walk the dogs. It's good for me. It's good for her. You know? All right. Our closing affirmation is a force to be reckoned with, guys. Write it down. I am a force of unstoppable momentum. Nothing is going to keep you guys down. Every step I take brings me closer to my goals. I trust the journey ahead and I am aligned with my success and I manifest progress with ease. It's our closing affirmation. Okay. Write it down. And I want you to say this every day. Every day. Okay. I want you to keep journaling, guys. Keep journaling. For any of you, Nikki, I know you said you've been struggling to make it. Girlfriend, I recorded all of these for that reason right there. I know that there are a lot of people who work 9 to 5s.